Please, Chelsea today, get the W, man. Get the W. My people, damn. Welcome to the match preview for the Chelsea versus Brentford game in the Premier League today. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. But join my watch along from 6 p.m. We can discuss the team news, can get my reaction as the game goes on. This is a must-win game for Chelsea. Must win. And the reason why is because of results from yesterday. You saw Arsenal drop points. You saw Liverpool drop points. These are teams that are around us. And right now, boy, we're not in the title race, but with the more wins that we get, is the more likelihood that we can end up in it. And if you think that we're in the title race, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell if you're new, and let me know on the video if you enjoyed this video, if you appreciate these kind of live match previews. As well as that, I'm going to go to do the match review later on as well live. So hope you like that. And yeah, man, vote on the poll. If you like this video, let me know your score predictions in the comments down below. The winners will get a shout out in the review. And yeah, man, just overall, quite nervous for this game due to the fact that Brentford are a difficult team. Yeah, Brentford are a difficult team. This is a team that can score a lot of goals, but they can also concede. But that's the same thing with us. We can score a lot of goals, but we can also concede. We have two similar patterns of play. The only difference is that we're more lethal, most likely going forward, and a little bit better defensively. And we have to take that all in today, especially the fact that we are home. The fact that we're home means a lot because Brentford in the Premier League, these guys have like the second to worst away record in the league. And that suits us well because we need to make Stamford Bridge a forest. I mean, not a forest, but a fortress, due to the fact that we haven't beaten Brentford in like our last 5 games, and we haven't beaten them away from home. This is going to be a difficult test, and this is the reason why the title of this video is that better times could be ahead if we can end our terrible run versus Brentford. And realistically, we can. We are in like the best form that we have been in the most recent of times. Realistically, we haven't lost in our last 9 games in all competitions. Since a 2-0 loss to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup, we have won our last 6 games in all competitions, 4 of them being in the Premier League. We are on a 4-game win streak, and right now today we could go on a 5-game win streak, something that we haven't done since 2021. And bearing in mind that during the period of time where we've beaten Brentford, because we played them 6 times, only beating them once, and that came in when we played them in Brentford Stadium, the GTEC Stadium, when Ben Chilwell scored the goal. He scored the goal, man, and that was our only win against them. And in that season, we did finish in the top 4. Anytime we have beaten Brentford, we have finished inside the top 4 in a season. So that means that ever since then, we have finished 12th and we finished 6th. Brentford are a bogey team, a West London team. This is a West London derby. London derbies are nothing to take for granted. If we're going to be honest, they are nothing to take for granted. These are big, big games, and something that we need to take full advantage of, just due to the fact that Chelsea right now, hey man, we're on the up and up, but things could get even better because at the start of the season, we didn't expect ourselves to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna be in a title race. We didn't expect ourselves to be sitting second with 31 points after. We didn't expect ourselves to be second, have 31 points after 15 games. I didn't expect that. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I expected us to eventually get top 4, but I didn't expect us to be in this position. I didn't expect us to be in a conversation where if we win today, we go 4 points clear of Arsenal, and look at that, we'll go 2 points behind Liverpool due to the fact that they dropped points yesterday. This can be absolutely brilliant, and this could make the best way to end the weekend. The best way to end the weekend, because Maresca has us going in the right direction. You see our players, they are thriving under him. He's getting the best out of Cole Palmer, he's getting the best out of Nicholas Jackson, getting the best out of Cucurella, Levi Cole. Like, defensively, we're going to be worried, but that's how we are in every single game. The only thing that matters is that our attackers do the job. And down the left-hand side, Enzo Fernandez has been doing his thing recently, as well as Jadon Sancho. He has been doing his thing. if we are absolutely going to be honest, he has scored 2 goals in his last 2 Premier League games, back-to-back goals, after those times where we were saying that he needs to shoot more. He is shooting more. He is building his rhythm with this team and getting the goals, because before he was just getting assists. Now he's getting the goals, adding the goals to the game. It is absolutely brilliant what he is doing. It's absolutely brilliant. And man is loving life right now under Jadon Sancho, because I never thought that he would be as good as he has been. This is the Jadon Sancho that we would have seen at Borussia Dortmund. Nowhere near the Sancho that we would have seen at Manchester United. And goes to show that the environment that we're creating, Enzo Maresca, has us going in the right direction. So I can't lie to you. Man is looking forward to this match. This is a big test. And if we win, scenes, man, it's just going to be even more beneficial for us. It's going to be even more beneficial for us because it's going to have a rhythm going into our next couple of games. Brentford is our toughest game for the rest of this month. On paper, we have beaten Aston Villa, we have beaten Tottenham 2 games where we could have dropped points, but this game, it means more, just due to the fact that the shared history and the fact that it's a London derby, West London derby. Brentford are a tricky team, and that's why we need to make sure that we handle our business. We need to make sure that we handle our business. So, hey man, hopefully the man them can do the job. Obviously, in case you didn't hear me at the start, this is the time where Chelsea will play. This is the time where Chelsea will play against Brentford. So, like I said, 7 p.m. It's at Stamford Bridge. But during my watch along from 6 p.m. because it's going to be a very good game. So that is the match preview. I mean, the match day post. You can head over to the Instagram. Vote on the poll who you think will win. Comment your score predictions. The winners will get a shout out on my Instagram page, which has nearly 9,000 followers. So feel free to go check that out at CFC_Blue. That is the match day post. And yeah, man, Brentford, man, big game, big game. And obviously, right now, I'm going to go through some things that Enzo Maresca had to say during his press conference in regards to Brentford. So look at this now. So this is what he had to say on Brentford manager Tom. This is what he had to say. So I don't know personally, but I've known about him and his team for many years. He is doing a fantastic job. The way they achieve points, the way they play, the style they have, it is top. Fantastic. This is what he had to say on Brentford. So it's difficult. As I said, after Tottenham, we will need our fans behind us because it will be a very tough game. One that can be decided by tiny details. We will need to pay attention. The good thing about Brentford is they can play in many different styles. They don't have one way to play. They can play with a back four, a back five, or a back four, making a back five with one of the wingers. So it's quite complicated, and we'll have to try to do our best to win the game. That's what he had to say on Brentford. And to be honest with you, like I said, we're going to need our fans today. Brentford are a strong team, a difficult team to play against. And at Stamford Bridge, boy, I lie to you, man. We're going to need to show our might and show our willingness to win this game, be just due to the fact that everything is up for grabs. Like, we can go 2 points behind Liverpool, even though they have a game in hand. We can go 4 points clear of Arsenal. We can literally make times better for ourselves. All we have to do is just make sure that we stay focused. We cannot lose concentration. Last weekend, we went 2-0 down against Tottenham in the league. But we came back. We shouldn't make a similar mistake like that, because I don't think Brentford are going to be the same team that will allow us to have the same amount of space that we did against Tottenham. I could be wrong. They are a team that don't have the best away record. They conceded goals for fun. They are much better at home, but away from home, they are not. but at home we're not necessarily the best. We haven't won most of our games at home. It's been away from home where we've stood out, and that's why today is much important, very important. The fans need to be loud. We have to believe. I know that I believe that we can definitely get this W because Brentford, they are a strong team, but they were once even better. They had guys like Ivan Toney. This is the first time where we're going to be playing against Brentford without an Ivan Toney, which could be massive. They have Embuemos, they got Whistles, but realistically, we have to hope that Levi Cole is going to do well as Ben Wabadi Shaw or Tosin Adebayo, who will most likely, one of them two will start. It's jarring to know that obviously there's going to be no Reece James, there's going to be any Wesley Fofana. Romeo Lavia hasn't been pictured in any recent team photos. Neither has Nkunku. Mudryk apparently is still ill. Joao Felix picked up a knock. That's why he didn't travel to the Europa League team. So personally speaking, we could have a quite changed lineup. Lavia might not start, as well as what's bro's name? Lavia might not start, and yeah, that's what realistically who the player that would start if I'm gonna be honest with you. So can't lie to you. We're just gonna need to be just have to be on it today, man. Gonna have to be on it. But obviously that's just some things that Ezra Reska had to say in terms of his view on Brentford and that we need our team. Well not our team, but we need our fans more importantly. So hopefully we can do the business. This is now some head-to-head record between us. This is the form to go into today's game. So, head-to-head history. We have 10 wins. Brentford have 7. In our last 3 games, we drew 2-2 last season at Stamford Bridge. Jarring game. I mean, no. We drew 2-2 at Brentford Stadium. Fair enough. And we lost 2-0 at home. And we lost 2-0 at home the season before that. Like I said, Brentford are not an easy team to play against. They are a very difficult team. As you can see, we haven't won in our last 3, and that's why this game is so important. So important. We need to win these games. If we are going to be title challengers or going to be amongst it, because the more we win, the more we'll get thrust into that position. We are not title challengers right now, but who would have thought that we would be in the position that we are right now? Who would have thought that Manchester City would have the season that they are having right now? Who would have thought that we would be this amount of points ahead of Arsenal? Like, who would have thought that Liverpool would be top of the Premier League table for the amount of time that they have been, being the way that they have been, with having a manager for his first season? This is Enzo Maresca's first season with Chelsea. Same thing with Arne Slot. 2 guys that have come to the Premier League they have come into 2 situations with great teams. But Enzo Maresca has a lot more to deal with the fact that we do have a big squad, but we have an inexperienced squad. He has to build boys into men. And that's what we are showing, that we are men. We can handle pressure. We have been in the top 4 for at least 8 of the last 15 match weeks. 8 of the last 15, that's more than half. And after yesterday, Liverpool and Arsenal dropping points, it is guaranteed again for 9 out of 8 match weeks that we will be top of the Premier. I mean, not top of the Premier League, we'll be in the top 4 of the Premier League. That's 9 more times than we did in the whole of last season. In the whole of last season. This is what we are on. The team is doing the business, and we have to hope that they do it because this is not an easy game. It is not an easy game. It will be a tough match. And Brentford, hopefully, they lose, man. Obviously, as you can see in the form guide, we haven't lost in our last 5 games in the Premier League. Brentford have one loss in their last 5. They've won 3 out of 4 in the Premier League right now. Going into this weekend, Brentford were where are they in this Premier League table? Brentford right now are 10th on 23 points. We are 8 points ahead of them and can go even further with a win. So, man, damn. Please get this win. Please get the win. Let me know in the comments what you think the score prediction will be. Let me know. in the score prediction what you think will be. Let me know in the comments what you think the score prediction will be. Because, boy, it's going to be a tough game. Drew said 2-1. Love for your comment. Personally speaking. Hold on a second. Oh, fucking loud, man. Fucking my door for. What'd you do with the key? What'd you do with the key? But it was in yesterday. Well, my key was in there yesterday, and you opened the door. Sorry about that. But yeah, man, can't lie to you. It's going to be a good game today. Let me know in the score prediction what you think the scores will be. But nonetheless, that is the score prediction. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Now, I'm going to show you why man's believing in Enzo Maresca and why better times are coming. Let me just go through this. Alright, individuals, man. But yeah, this is the reason why man is believing in this team. Because look at this. This is what we were going through this time last year, yeah. This was us this time last year. After 15 Premier League games last year, this was us. 5 wins, 4 draws, 6 L's. Drew with Liverpool 1-1, lost to West Ham 3-1, beat Luton 3-0, lost to Nottingham Forest, drew with Bournemouth, lost to Aston Villa, beat Fulham, won against Burnley, drew with Arsenal, lost to Brentford, beat Tottenham, drew with Man City, won against Brighton 3-2, lost to Newcastle 4-1, and lost to Man United 2-1. This is literally what was going through this time last year. We had scored 26 goals, conceded 24. We was 10th in the Premier League. 10th in the Premier League. That was literally us. And that's with having a manager like Mauricio Pochettino. People will sit there and say that, oh yeah, Chelsea, we had a lot of injuries, but he could have set up the team a whole lot better. Could have set up the team up a whole lot better, but he didn't do that in the best way. And that's the reason why man's happy that he had to leave this summer, because people were saying, oh, we should have stayed. No. Because where you can see us now, we're in better form. And that was this time last year after 15 games. Now, look at us. Now look at us. Let me show you this tab. Hurry up, man. This laptop, bro. So look, this is bloody hell. Sorry about this. This thing is moving hella slow right now. But yeah, this is the amount there. This is our wins. and losses this time last year after 15 games. We was in the trenches this time last year. And this is why better times could be ahead. This is why. That's what we was going through this time last year. And now look. This is what we're going through this season. This is what we're going through this season now. We have 9 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses. A 2-0 loss versus Manchester City at home, fair enough. 1-1 draw versus Crystal Palace, fair enough. But then you have a 6-2 win versus Wolves away. A 1-0 win versus Bournemouth away. A 3-0 win versus West Ham away. A 4-2 win versus Brighton away. Then we drew with Nottingham Forest at home. We lost 2-1 to Liverpool at Anfield. 1-2-1 against Newcastle at home. Drew with Manchester United away at Old Trafford. Drew with Arsenal at home. Won against Leicester 2-1. Beat Aston Villa 3-0. Beat Southampton 5-1. 1-4-3 versus Tottenham away. 35 goals scored, 18 conceded. Second in the Premier League. We are 8 places higher than we were this time last year. We have scored 9 more goals than we did this time last year. And we have conceded a whole 6 goals less than this time last season. These are the things that happen when you don't play Levi Cole as a left back. These are the things that happen when you set up a system where we can actually defend a little bit better. We had Wesley Fofana, who's been playing a lot of this season, who didn't play in the entirety of last season. He has come back from an injury. Like, who's to say, like, see all these injuries that we have now? People be talking to us about, oh yeah, it's a lot. We don't have as many injuries, But the reason why is because Mauricio Pochettino's training methods just weren't the best thing. Mauricio Pochettino's training methods just weren't the best thing. And that is facts. Because why is it now that we have way less injuries than we did this time last year? Wesley Fofana is injured, yes. Reece James is injured, yes. They had injury history before. But Nkunku, his injury history. Levi Cole was injured for the last 2 months of the season last year. We had numerous amounts of injuries. And we even had Enzo Fernandez playing with a hernia problem for the majority of last season. These are the things that Mauricio Pochettino allowed and put us through. It wasn't ideal. And that's the reason why right now we are thriving, because we actually have a manager that's taking care of the team, that's actually building a team, not a team built of individuals. Because last season we were a team built of individuals. You saw us in the game against Manchester City. You got guys arguing over taking a penalty. You got experienced guys like Raheem Sterling who refuses to square the ball at times and cost us points. Like, we weren't moving as a team. Everyone was out there for themselves. But now we are growing together. And that's because of Enzo Maresca, the continuity that he brings within the team. He loves to protect his players and he puts us in the best light to succeed. That's what he does. And that's why a man has to be very, very happy with him, because he is doing a mazzoline with us. To be second in the Premier League, 35 goals scored, 18 conceded. Bearing in mind, we lost to Aston Villa last season. There was games where we went 3 games without scoring in a goal. Now we always score. Even if it's one, it doesn't matter what team, we can score against any team. Whereas last season, we couldn't finish our chances. But that's because we didn't have a manager that could improve our players. Enzo Maresca is improving our players. You've seen Nicholas Jackson be way better this season than he has been last season. Cole Palmer already has been much better this season than he has been in the whole of last season, even though he says standards very high. But he is doing his thing. Jadon Sancho is improving after coming from Manchester United, where he had a dire spell. Noni Madueke has already been improving a lot more this season than he did in the whole of last season, hence why he has already equaled the amount of goals that he scored in the Premier League this season as he did in the whole of last season. Like Caicedo, he's improving. Enzo Fernandez, he's getting into the box more. He is scoring goals. People will sit there and say that, oh, ever since he's divorced his wife, that's like a joke in a sense. But it's thanks to Enzo Maresca, because he has been trying to get Enzo over to him to be playing like an Ndidi or a Dewsbury Hall, as he stated in like his press conference when we play against Leicester. This is literally the things that he's been doing. A man have to big up Enzo Maresca. He is doing his thing, and that's why the Chelsea fans are so happy, singing his praise. Oh, Enzo Maresca. Oh, Enzo Maresca. Like, literally, this is literally what he is doing. A man has to be very, very happy with the way he's doing his thing. So, hey, man, big up Enzo Maresca. We are off to better times. Better times are coming. And if we beat Brentford today, which I am expecting us to do that, better times are going to be happening soon enough. And if, like I've said in my other videos, if Chelsea are top by the end of this month, I'm going to say we're going to win the Premier League. I know people will be saying, oh, it's too early and things like this. Chelsea, in my time, from what I've seen, whenever we are top at the whenever we are top of the calendar year, we never lose the Premier League. And that's why, for me, even if Liverpool have a game in hand, the fact that Chelsea right now are going above and beyond to be in this position, who would have, at the start of the season, who would have said that Chelsea would be second, ahead of Arsenal for the amount of game weeks that we have been, ahead of Manchester City by 4 points already before going into this match week, even though that we could be 7 points clear of them if they drop points against Manchester United. This is literally what they could do. We could literally be on, like, the things that we're doing right now, where we are. Man's so happy, so much happier than we would have been last season. We was 10th. Now we're in a now people are saying we're in a title race. Like, by the end of this month, we could have top 4 secured. And personally speaking, hand on heart, I think that top 4 is already secured. I know it's going to be too early to say all these kind of things, but this is just the way I am, because for me, things happen a certain way every single season. And when we do our thing majority of the time, we get top 4. We have never been in this kind of form, getting these amount of points and never gotten top 4. It just hasn't happened. I don't see Nottingham Forest being better than us. I don't see Aston Villa being better than us, Tottenham being better than us. Like, we are set the tone. We have set the tone and we are doing the business. And that's why we have to big up the team and big up Enzo Maresca, because they are doing the thing. They are doing it. And us Chelsea fans need to be happy and rejoice. That, and if we win today, the absolute scenes, we're going to be so gassed because the question will be, are Chelsea in a title race? That's what the question will be. Are we in a title race? And we will sit there and say, not yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Liverpool can potentially drop points between now and the end of the month. They have 3 games. We have 3 games, including today. Things can be heating up. And by the end of December, going into 2025, that could be our year, man. 2025 could officially be our year, because we have been on the up and up. But 2025, we could go shoot off into the stratosphere, because we are doing our thing. And we have to big up Enzo Maresca and the man them. So big them up every single damn time, man. Big them up every damn time. Obviously, that is some thoughts and opinions that man has. Some head-to-head stats, some match facts, and now I'm going to go over to man's predicted XI for the game, and this is my predicted XI for the game against what's the name? It's Brentford. So there you go. This is my predicted XI versus Brentford. So yeah, this is my predicted XI. Going with Robert Sanchez in goal. Right back, I'm going with Moises Caicedo. Centre backs, Benoit Badiashile, Levi Colwill. Left, Cucurella. CDMs, Enzo Fernandez, Romeo Lavia. Left mid, Jadon Sancho. Right mid, Noni Madueke, Cam Cole Palmer. Striker, Nicholas Jackson. This is my predicted XI for the game against Brentford. And people be sitting there saying, oh, Sanchez in goal. He is going to be playing. That's 100%. Even Soraya said it. She asked Esme Maresca in the press conference that could Jorgensen be in with a chance to get some game time, or is the team the way it is? Is he going to play in the cup, and is Sanchez going to play in the Premier League? And as Maresca was quick to say that we are happy with the way things are, basically. Sanchez, unless he drops below the level that he has been playing at, he won't get dropped. Same goes for Jorgensen in the cup competitions. And I like that. We shouldn't allow too much change. Sanchez has been doing well. I'm not going to sit here and say he's been perfect, but he has done well from time to time. He has. Can't forget his save against Bournemouth that helped us get 3 points. Like, he has done good things, helped us. That good goal he helped us create with Cole Palmer getting the goal of the month against Wolves. That assist from Nicholas Jackson. Um that pass came from Robert Sanchez. As well as that, you got to look at his just long ball presence. So that's calm. His shot stopping is very good. Has one of the highest save percentages in the Premier League. So that's the reason why I'd go with him in goal. We don't have a world class keeper, but with the way we're going this season, hey man, I'll be shocked to know that if we win the Premier League title with having Sanchez as our goalkeeper, I'd be so honest with you. I'll be so shocked. But mad things have happened, man. Leicester once won the Premier League, so you never know. But then right back, you got Moise Caicedo. This is calm. It's similar formation or a similar team that we played last week against Tottenham. I would prefer Caicedo to be in there because that'll push him into the midfield. Enzo can move up to being close to the Sancho, Palmer in the middle, free space, and Noni Madueke there. That'll be calm because that's what we've been seeing. Normal right back or left back would invert, so that'll be calm if Caicedo inverts there. Helps our balance out our defensiveness in the game against Brentford because this will be a tough game. It will be tough. Brentford are a physical team, so have to be prepared for that. And then in defense, you got Benoit Badiashile. Wesley Fofana is injured. Tosin Adebayo could potentially play, but I think Benoit Badiashile will play just due to the fact that Maresca has brought him on. When Fofana got injured, he brought him on. Last week, he played, so I think that he'll play again. Maresca likes to play similar teams a lot of the time, and that's just calm for continuity and building relationships. So I'll be calm with that. I just hope that these guys don't make any mistakes because defensively is the area that we can get got at. So yeah, Benoit Badi is sure. Then you got Levi Colwill. Hey man, he's always gonna start if he's fit, as he should be. So he's gonna be the left side centre back. Cucurella, hopefully you don't slip. Hopefully you wear the right boots this week because you can't afford to go 2 goals down against Brentford. Can't afford that. They won't be playing the same way that Tottenham play with all that space. I'd be surprised if they do so. So hopefully you have a good game, but I'm going to put you as the left back because realistically you have been the best left back in the Premier League so far this season. So big you up. That's the defense line. And then you got Enzo Fernandez and Lavia Holden. I would go with this partnership, but there's no guarantees that this will be because Lavia hasn't necessarily been pictured in any training updates. We haven't heard from Maresca if he's injured or not. So there could be a chance that he could be in the lineup. There could be a chance that he might not be. We have to wait and see for the team news later today. So hopefully he is in the lineup because we will need him. He is a key part to this team. So if he isn't playing, Gusto will probably fill in at right back. So we have to wait and see. But yeah, Lavia holding with Enzo Fernandez, who has been on a tear recently. You got Bro that has scored 4 goals in his last 3 games. I think that is. I think it's 4 goals in the last 3 games, or it's 3 goals in the last 4 games. He has been doing his thing, getting goals and assists, being the right place at the right time, pushing up, helping the attack, and defensively as well. He can get run past at times because he doesn't have all the run ability, but realistically, he does his thing and is the best passer from the team. So hopefully, man like Enzo. Sorry about this. So hopefully, man like Enzo, you do your thing today. My brother, do your thing, man. But yeah, he will be the CDM for me. Then on the left, you got Jadon Sancho. Pedro Neto won't be available for today's match just due to the fact that he is suspended, so he won't be available for the match. He is suspended, gotten too many yellow cards. And hopefully no guys get yellow cards, get suspensions. I know a couple of guys are close to getting suspended, so hopefully they don't. But yeah, central left mid, keep doing your thing. Neumann working on the right hand side, so you're gonna be right that he plays on the right. Neto, like I said, Joao Felix doesn't necessarily play on the right, so Noni Maweki will be playing there, in my opinion. And then you got Cole Palmer as the number 10. Of course, he's going to play every single time in the Premier League, as it should be, because he is the best player that we have. So big him up, keep doing your thing. And then you got striker Nicholas Jackson. That is my predicted XI for the game against Brentford. You lot let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting match, a very interesting game where Chelsea can go 2 points behind Liverpool and 4 points behind, 4 points clear of Arsenal, which is something I didn't think that would be happening this time at the start of the season. But it goes to show that you can never predict what happens in the Premier League. You can never happens in the Premier League. This is a must-win game, and the lineup will play a big part in that. If somehow Brentford keep doing their sloppy play in terms of not, defensively in the away positions, away from home, don't do that well, because away from home they've scored 5 goals, conceded 14. It's not necessarily good from them. It's not good from them. But if man's gonna be honest, can't lie to you, man. We need to just do our thing. We have to do our thing. And for us right now, being Brentford is the top priority, because we can go closer and closer to being in the tower race. Like I said, at the end of this month, if Chelsea are top of the league, I will say that we're going to be winning the Premier League title, because history has shown that that's where it is. History has shown that that's where it is. Arsenal are not doing the same thing that they were doing last season. They are moving way worse. They can only score from corners. It's been nearly been more than 3 games since they've scored from open play in the Premier League. They are on the down and down. Manchester City could drop points against Manchester United. That could give us a better gap. And Liverpool, they already dropped points yesterday. It's up for us. It's up to us to capitalize today. And hopefully, Chelsea, you do the business, because I believe that we can do it. I believe that we can win today and just capitalize, because we are on the up and up. We are not the same team that we were last season. And normally, there's no middle ground. It's normally Chelsea or crap, or Chelsea or good or very good. And right now, we're leaning more towards the very good. And that's why win against Brentford will do that, because the last time we did do it, we were a very good team. We were the champions of Europe. And right now, we need to get back to those kind of things. Being a team that's winning the biggest trophies, competing for the biggest trophies. That is the role that Maresco wants to fulfill, and what the players want. We want to win the biggest trophies. We want to be the best team in the world. And games like today can get us one step closer to feeling that, to getting back to our original Chelsea, because we normally do very well. And against Brentford, we need to end this bad streak. And when the bad streak started is when we kept on going down on the down and down. It was on the down and down. That's when we lost consistently to Brentford. Lost consistently. But now, we are on the up and up. And if we win today, it'll go to show that we are on the up and up, and we can truly believe in this team. I already believe, but I know there's fans out there that don't really believe. Win today, and there's more Chelsea fans that are on side, and that's what we need. So please, man, them do the job. I trust Ezra Reska to put out the best lineup possible. Hopefully, Romeo Lavia is fit. He hasn't been pictured in any training sessions. Nkunku, Joao Felix, Mudryk are the same thing, so they might not be in the lineup. But regardless of what the lineup will be, man believes in the team and just get the dub, because everything is going the way that we would hope. Not that what we expected, but what we hope. And right now, the hope is keeping us alive. So let's hope that the man them do the job and get closer to being in a title charge. Because if we win today, it's a step closer. So let's hope we do that. And my score prediction for this game, let's get into my score prediction for this match. It will be I'm going to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win. I know it's going to be kind of rare for me to think that we're going to get a clean sheet, but mad things have happened. Mad things have happened. I'm going to say 2-0 Chelsea. Man, them do the job. Let's get this dub. And yeah, man, you lot, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know. Like, I'm going to show you guys the last head-to-head record. Just a reminder, this is the head-to-head record between us and Brentford. Just a quick reminder, this is the head-to-head record between us. So look at that. We have won 10 times. They've won 7. We haven't won in our last 3. We haven't won in our last 3 games against them. We have won 4 out of our last 5. They have won 3 out of their last 5. This is the record. This is the plan. Now, Brentford are 10th in the Premier League. Chelsea are 2nd. Hey, man, them, do the. Let's hope that the team do what they need to do. I trust the team. I trust Enzo Maresca. And yeah, man, let's get the job done. But thank you guys for joining me on this match preview. Remember, the game starts at 7 o'clock. My watch along will start from 6 p.m. So join the watch along and help me get as many likes, as many views on this video, as well as the watch along as possible. And I look forward to seeing you guys, as many as people there as possible. So yeah, man, love for the support on the match preview. And I'll see you guys later. I'm CFC Riddles Blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.